Expectations are nothing but premeditated resentments. Hello, all you beautiful souls out there in my social media family. How are you doing today? My name's Chris, and I'm here to help you find your happiness. In today's video, we're going to be discussing premeditated resentments. Yes, premeditated resentments. And where do those come from? Expectations. Now, what do I mean by that? A lot of the times in my past, I went through life and expected other people to know what it was that I wanted from them based off of what I did for them. So, of course, it doesn't always work that way. So therefore, that's what I mean by having expectations are nothing but premeditated resentments. Now let's get into that a little deeper by discussing what I mean by expectations. So when we have expectations of other people that are not properly communicated, those are the expectations that I'm talking about. Because a lot of the times we go through life, and mostly with our loved ones and really good friendships and even coworkers, we go through life, and the longer that we are friends with them, or the longer that we're in that relationship, or the longer that we work with someone, the more that we start to have the expectations that they know our likes and dislikes. Unfortunately, a lot of the times, things get really hectic and people stop paying attention to what it is that you want and are more paying attention to what they want. And that can start to cause a lot of friction in whatever type of relationship that you're in. And so therefore, when we are expecting other people to do certain things, or to think a certain way, or to act a certain way, it's very, very, very important that we properly communicate what those expectations are. For example, a friend of mine the other day came back and from work, and he was having this big argument with his girlfriend, and it just was this whole just nonsense about, like, how could she? I can't believe that she didn't do this, and rah 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 rah. And I was like, hold on, what was it? And he explained to me what it was that she did not do. And I asked him, did you tell her that that's what you wanted her to do? And his reply was, we've been together forever. She should know this already. And that's what I said. Time out. That is not a very healthy way of looking at situations when you are mostly with someone that you love. If there's something that you expect a loved one or a friend or a coworker to do, why not properly communicate that with them, so therefore there is no questions about what your expectations are. And that right there is when the resentments start to come in, is when we do not communicate what the things are that we are desiring from a situation or from a person. And therefore, when it's not done, that is when we start to feel that anger or that resentment, or that, sometimes it can go as far as being hate towards other people when they're not doing these things that we had expected that they already should know based off of how long that we've been with them, or even how little that we've been with them, even though we may have been communicating these things, but not properly. Just because you've communicated it once, and I tell this people with their kids all the time, right? Just because you've communicated something from your kids, that you want them or expect them to do, and then, they don't do it, that's your fault. As much as I don't like saying that, it really is. And these are things that I've learned. Yes, there's a lot of times, mostly with kids, okay? And this obviously shouldn't happen as we're talking to people that are older and wiser, right? But it does. And so therefore, when you're dealing with younger kids especially, you're gonna have to repeat yourself what your expectations are. You should never be getting angry at your children or other people's children because they're not doing something that you expected them to without properly communicating that to them. Now, when it comes to adults, we expect that most adults would have the common sense to do things, mostly if you've been in a relationship for a long time, to do things in a manner which are not going to cause you any frustration. However, when there are certain things that are extremely important to you that you really want to be done, then at that point, it's time to stop pointing the finger at other people and blaming them, because that is where the resentment comes from, is expecting other people to know what you want without properly communicating that to them. Because I don't know about you, but I'm not a mind reader. So therefore, if somebody is expecting something of me and they don't tell me what that is, it's very difficult, to be able to have empathy for that. And therefore, you can now see on the reverse side, when you're not properly communicating those expectations to somebody else, you can probably understand why now. Hopefully now understand why they'll look at you and be like, oh, but you didn't say anything. So that is the best thing that I can recommend to any of you that are having difficulty with this particular topic, because I know I did tremendously in the past, is start to communicate. Even if it's with your husband or wife or boyfriend or girlfriend, start to communicate those things. And it's usually the little things that we expect them to do, and those things usually do get done. But then other things that we may have, oh, hey, like I've told you 5 times that this is the way I like things, and yet if they don't do it, if it's been a while since that's happened, and then you go to do that, whatever that is thing, that thing is, it, they should know that the way that you like it, or the way that you would want things to be done, and it doesn't happen that way. The only person that you can truly blame is yourself for not properly communicating those things to those people that you are having expectations from. All right, everybody, I hope that you found this video helpful. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up button. It really helps out the channel, and it helps me out. It lets me know that you guys like the content that I'm putting out. Other than that, don't forget to click that subscribe button. And until next time, I'm sending you all much love. Namaste.